Hi, folks. I'm here with Niall today. Niall is our store championship from our last two Sundays. What are we playing today, Niall?
For the August Gamers World Store Championship, I played Shinegreymon.
Ooh, how'd you do?
I came first place. I
Nice.
went 4-0. Not every match was 2-0. Most games went 2-1 against who we were playing against. But yeah, Shinegreymon was my deck of choice. I've been playing it for a while since just above the end of BT12. It's a hell of a deck.
Yeah, I say so. It's very, very quick paced and everything.
Yeah. The way I play it, I play it more of a kind of an accelerating kind of like style. Get your opponent's stuff off the board, deal damage quickly, and they take them out. So yeah, we can get into it if you want.
Yeah, let's go
So
for
yeah,
it.
we'll start obviously with the eggs, starting all the piles and everything kind of sorted out.
Sick.
So Koromon, BT5 Koromon was my choice. Although you
Ooh.
can just play whatever Koromon you want in this slot. I value draw power.
Yeah, yeah,
That is,
yeah,
I
yeah.
want to see my cards and I want to see them quickly. Some people play the BT9 Koromon so you can get extra DP.
Oh,
And some people are
yeah.
playing the yellow Koromon because you can switch into more of a yellow kind of like base with your rookies and
Mm.
stuff. So, but my personal preference was this. I never felt I needed the additional DP decreasing from the BT12 Koromon.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's my eggs.
Sick, sick.
And then we'll do rookies.
Let's get these piles away.
Rookies. My ratios are a little strange. They're my choice. So we're gonna start two of X2
Ooh.
Agumon
Okay,
or
two.
X4 Agumon, right? Um, Honestly, I've messed around with 2 to 3, but I just love the fact you can raise this guy and you automatically get one memory when you have a tamer on the field, and you're going to have tamers, and then the inheritable when a tamer is suspended, draw one.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like having this in the stack with the X4 Greymon, who I have in Geo Greymon, who I have in the deck, just gets you. You're getting 2 to 3 draws every turn, on top of your regular draw and your Digivolve draw. So like I had games where I had like nearly half my
Yeah.
deck in my hand.
Question? Did you leave your opponent on one memory when you digivolve? Because you can actually not use a special evolution.
I have never used that before, but it's something that I will keep in mind going forward. I've seen people do that to me, but I just never felt like I needed it. I just wanted to Digiball get my game plan
Get
going.
your level
Yeah.
fours. Yeah, 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 I
So
understand.
then to go on, we'll go with maybe the other Agumons then. So then you've got the BT13 Agumon. This one was great. There was literally a game where I had this guy and like 3 Marcuses, and I made 2 of the Marcuses, the BT12 ones, into Digimon. Made the third one into Digimon with Agumon, and just did Marcus Agumon Rush. Like this guy is really
Sick.
good. There's an argument for having 4 of him, but I thought 3 was fine. Honestly, I think 3 was fine. He's situational enough that to you when you want to use his main effect, you kind of like know that you're going in for like a lot of damage that turn, and you don't mind moving him out from the raising area or
Yeah.
hard playing him if you have the 3 memory. So yeah, that was that Agumon, and then we've got good old Searcher Agumon.
Can't go wrong with
Yeah,
searching.
can't go wrong. He was great. Check 4, take a Greymon and Marcus Damon, and pretty much 90% of your tamers are Marcus Damon. So you're gonna there was so many times where you just got the 2, you're gonna plus off of it,
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
inheritable is so good. Minus 2k on something when a tamer suspends, and you are suspending tamers like all the time in this deck. So like it helps to get bodies off the board, or weaken bodies if you want to battle into them. And just to round off the rookies is Agumon X
yeah.
Antibody.
Oh, tree.
I would actually say there's an argument for going up to 4 if you find the room to cut it so that like I have 11 rookies, but you could have 12 by having another one of this. Like you have so many Agumons, even if you don't use the effect to search, you can just stack him on top, and
Get
you
draw.
just get a draw,
Yeah.
and then he searches like again this, and then the inheritable from this. Like it had the reason why I'm getting my pieces if I'm not seeing them. So those are the rookies.
Yeah. Who needs one search when you can do two more?
Literally, there were times where I dropped Searcher Agumon and then stacked the Agumon X Antibody, and I've gotten at least 3 cards to my hand.
Wow.
Okay, so then champions.
Ooh, I see a little
Yeah, so
spice
we'll just start with
there.
this, right? Agunimon, just literally as an option to go for game. Never ever came up, but I did evolve one of my tamers into him because it was the only other thing I could do. There's utility in that, but honestly, this is a cuttable card,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would say, in the deck. two of BT13 Geogreymon.
Two.
I only own two, and I hope your viewers don't flame me for that. Honestly, you could go 3 to 4 on this one.
Do you want two more?
Yeah, if you give it to me, please, that would be
Yeah,
very
I
nice
will
of you.
100%.
It's so good. It's so good. And there's a
Uh,
cards that I will
yeah.
show you later. That was the MVP combo of the night. Pull a tamer out of your security and recover one.
And you can't give out to this man. He won the OTS. You cannot. He won the store
No,
champ.
no, I will just say, like, I probably should have more. I was lucky enough that whenever this card did come in, I had the tamer in my security for it to happen. But if you want
Yeah.
to see it more, I would definitely play more of it. At minimum, probably 3, but I got away
With two.
with 2.
You 100% did anyway?
Yeah, I did, yeah. So then,
Holy crap.
3 of BT12 Geo
Yeah.
Greymon to play Marcus when you don't have one in play. This is where, like, if I had more, I would actually cut this down. Just play 2 of this. You honestly only need it because you're going to see Marcus Damon often enough between flipping him in from your security, hard drawing him, starting him off Agumon, and as soon as you see Marcus, either Marcus, just play them. It doesn't matter about giving your
Yeah.
opponent the memory because over the long term, you're going to get so much more value by having multiple of Marcus on the field. So it's kind of cool if you do, open with an Agumon and say if your opponent passes you 3 in your first turn and you go into this guy and you can play Marcus for free. That is what you want as the combo.
Yeah.
But honestly, you could cut this guy.
Yeah.
And that's just my opinion on that.
Fair,
And
fair.
then
My
because
my
I
build's
didn't
well
have
off.
more of this guy, I just opted to go 3 or 4 full play set of this guy.
Who doesn't want memory?
Yeah, same as the X4 Agumon. Started main phase, gain 1 memory. Like there were so many times where I moved him out, and I'm getting. I'm starting at 3 because of my Marcus. Go to 4, and I've got another card that'll put me to 5. If you have that, and you have an Agumon X4 that survived a turn, you're going to 5 or 6 every turn.
Yeah.
So, and again, inheritable, same as the X4 Agumon, draw 1 when a tamer suspends. Yeah, so I actually really like this card personally. I would definitely play 3. I'd probably just do a 3-3 split of all the Greymons, and
Yeah.
you could cut this, maybe play 4 of that instead.
I would see. I have 4 in mine, but when you say cut this and like you have that, I was thinking like 2, and then you and cut this, and you could play 2 security Greymons.
I thought about Geo Greymon, the security one, too. That is also a really good option to get a free buy in the board, and at worst case scenario, you drop him for 6 and kill something.
Yeah.
But all of the double color ones came in at every point of the game. So I think just it's personal preference, whatever your ratios are. To be fair, ultimates level 5. So we're gonna go with 3 of this guy. I never felt I needed more than 3. Some people argue for 4 of this because he plays Marcus for free, but he just is the same as the BT12 Geogreymon, but you can play Marcus even if you don't have a Marcus.
Yeah.
So he's fine. He's inheritable and his main effect are the same. If a tamer is deleted, you can put Marcus Damon back. So like that came in so many times.
I think that's a perfect ratio for you because you're playing 4 of the Geo Greys. That basically like if you don't have a Marcus, instead of like the 2 look at your security, play a tamer yellow red.
Yeah, I kind of built it that way, so like just to shore up what my weaknesses are with
you're
having
covering
less cards.
It's
And
good.
then this guy, he's also really good. I've seen people cut him down to 2. I liked having him to gain back the memory. He's an option to digivolve with Marcus's digivolve effect, the BT12 one, and his inheritable effect is the same as his inheritable effect. Just put Marcus Damon back in security when he dies.
Yeah.
And then 2 of Rise Grey X.
2.
I used to play more copies of this, but I really feel like you have enough options in the deck where you don't necessarily need to be plopping down tamers all the time. But you could cut 1 of this, play 3 of this. It's literally up to your preference. This is the ratio that I played on the night. It worked, but I've done 3 of him, 2 of him. It is
Still
literally,
works.
it literally still works. It's down to personal preference.
Yeah. If you want more DP or more,
And
solid.
then the level 6s. Now, this is where people might disagree with me. Only 3 of this guy.
Oh wow, look at that alt.
Right.
Get that alt on the front. Get that alt
Right.
on the front.
So only 3 of this guy.
3.
I never needed more than that, but I have played 4 in the past. He just comes in when I need him. He is always usually hitting the board and killing something with his DP reduction because you're going to have loads of tamers on the field. Give Marcus Damon plus 3k security attack plus 1. Your opponent's security Digimon are going to be basically at 0. So like you've got pretty free swings. The only thing you have to worry about is option cards.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Options came in. My round three opponent was D Brigade, and between Iron Fist and Ultimate Flare, like that was really scary. I just about managed to win that match. That was the only one other than maybe the final where I felt like I could be out of the running. But yeah, this is such a cool card, and I love the alts. The alt
The alt is
is so
fantastic.
yeah. And then I just played one of this one. He came in a few times, all right, to use the effect where Marcus becomes a blocker. The effect to minus 6k. So between the BT13 Marcus and this, you're minusing 9k
Mm.
off an opponent's Digimon on their turn if you use Marcus's blocker effect, which can take out anything that's level 5 and below.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he was cool, but I didn't feel like I needed more than one of him. I honestly, like, I've seen people do a ratio of like 3 and 2, but I really don't think you need more than one.
No, you want to kind of like get that DP reduction
Yeah.
and every and like as you said, like your Agumons and all that, basically just gonna have like four Marcuses in the field.
Literally, now there's utility in him by the fact that his effect also applies at the start of the main phase and not just when digivolving. So if you have Marcuses on the field, you could you could decide to not pay the memory for
Yeah,
BT12 Marcus and just turn it straight into a Digimon with this effect.
it's really good.
And then you could be digivolving one of your other stacks with that Marcus instead. So there's flexibility in this card, but more than one was not needed. And then I am playing three of burst mode. I never felt like I needed any more than three.
No, I have three in mine, and I think three is comfortable.
Four is like there was actual times where I had three in hand,
Jeez.
and three can be now. There was a moment where I needed it because I couldn't go for game, but I knew that I was not going to die by my opponent's following turn. So I just went burst mode, played my Marcus back, swung with it. I bet you do effectively two checks because you're trashing a security and
Yeah,
then doing a
yeah,
check. Swing with him for 3 damage. You trash him, but then because I knew I had another one in hand for next turn, I was going to win the game next turn,
yeah.
and
Because
that worked out. But four, in my opinion, will clog your deck too much, and then that means clogging your hand too much.
yeah, you don't
Yeah,
want to do that.
but this card is the kill shot. This is basically Omni-One for this deck.
Yeah, it's kill.
You're literally only going for this card. Either in that scenario where I knew I'm going to do like a lot of damage and win next turn, or this is the kill shot. You get your opponent down with chip damage, and you leave them within the range of like 4 to 3 security
Yeah,
or
yeah,
less, and you're literally winning the game.
yeah,
So
yeah.
burst mode, absolute MVP of the deck. So we're gonna go on to tamers. This is where a little bit of spice comes in. So
Yeah.
okay, so we've got BT13 Marcus Damon. I only own three. You can play between 3 and 4 because it's literally that good.
G4 one.
But I never felt like a fourth one came in, and that's just me
Okay.
because I have so many other tamers. He sets you to three when on places you may suspend him, and all turns when he's suspended,
Yeah.
minus 3k and gain one memory if you have a Greymon Digimon. So that came in all night long. Such a good card. But then the actual centerpiece of the deck, like any other tamer based deck, is this Marcus,
Yeah.
the Marcus Damon from BT12. Um, Probably in contention for getting a limit like they did with him in the Ultimate Cup for the main format because he is the engine that makes the deck run so smoothly. He's kind of like what a Greymon X Antibody from BT9 was for the Black War Greymon decks. It just accelerates your game plan. Start of the main phase, if you have an Agumon or a Greymon Digimon, you pay one memory to make him a Digimon, and then he can attack. When he's suspended, you can Digivolve one of your Digimon into a yellow Greymon.
Yeah.
So that obviously opens up a lot of lines to get spicy, but we just kept it within the Marcus Damon Agumon line for this one. But like literally, you can go up from like there was a game that like the last game of the last game of the night. I had three of this guy. I moved out Geogramon. Was it a Geogramon or an Agumon? But basically, I went from a small Digimon, either an Agumon or a Geogramon, right up to burst mode
Jeez.
because of this. So that's contention for that guy possibly to get limited because you have a couple of these in the field and it's you do not pay the Digivolve costs for the
No,
Digimon.
that's
So like you can start on 3 2 pay all that memory to make these Digimon. And what you're doing each time is it's an attack. So you're doing a security check with this guy while you're also building a stack, triggering the inheritable effects. You can be drawing, DP reducing. This is great. It's like the best card. It's like the best
yeah.
card in the deck.
It removes boards, security, pressure. Oh, it's so
Yeah.
good.
So then my personal tech choices were Cody,
Ooh.
get one more memory every turn. I've played two Codys before in the previous build of the deck, but because of some of the new cards, particularly like the burst mode, we had to make room for that. I had to cut some of the tamers, so I left Cody in because I think he is great and possibly underutilized. You get one memory off of him at the start of the main phase when you have a Digimon. So picture this. You have other Marcuses, but at least this, and you move out X4 Geogreymon, you are starting at 5 memory every turn. So you're starting at 4 memory every turn. But if you have the Geogreymon or the Agumon, you're starting at 5 to do whatever you want. And then when your Digimon attacks, suspend him to -2k. That came up so many every time I Cody in the field. Cody and Geogreymon are comboing to take out, and any Greymons are comboing to take out cards. And then
I've seen this.
TK.
I've seen that one.
TK was amazing. So what you do, right? You can either hard play him if you draw him, or what you do is you play TK with this guy. So you pull TK out. You've already seen what's in your security. Okay. So then you play TK. You're going to see what you recovered. Is there a new card in there that you're going, okay, maybe I want that, or maybe I want to leave it in there. So you're getting double recovery, and you're setting up a memory tamer with this. And you know what's in your security going forward. So you know whether your opponent is going to get, whether you have a bomb in there or whether your opponent is maybe going to have a bit of an easier time. So TK, yeah, this combo was sweet all night.
Starting to look a lot more like security control now.
And then just option cards. So we had 2 of red memory boost.
Yeah.
I never played this card.
Not
like, once. I had so much draw power. I never needed to actually hard play this. It came out of security a few times. It's great for the delay effects, but I never actually needed to search with this. But I wouldn't be comfortable with cutting it to any less than 1. You could cut it and put in something else of your choice.
Yeah.
And then I just played Sunrise Buster.
Must.
This is that one. It's great. I played it a few times, but there's, play it because it plays a tamer.
Yeah.
Because you're playing non-Marcus tamers, you have the ability to, and it activates main as well. So like if you have loads of tamers, you have the ability to take out something big.
Yeah.
So I think you should, people should still play this. I don't think there's a card at the moment or going forward that would be substituted for it. And then the last option card of the deck was Shining Blast. This one was great. You clear, for every tamer you have. So you play Marcus Damon first. So another way of getting a Marcus out into the field. And then 3 of your opponent's Digimon get -2k for every tamer that you have. So if you have a bunch of tamers in the back, you're dealing 6 to 8k or more, on 3 Digimon, not just on 1. So you can clear a field with this. This came up before, especially in the D Brigade matchup where I had to fight to
survive,
clear bodies on the board.
Yeah.
So that's my Shinegreymon profile. That's the one that I took to the Store Championship and was very fortunate to get the win. My matches were not easy. Especially the last round with being the mirror match.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy. It was, and I faced another Shinegreymon mirror in round 2 as well earlier in the night. So a lot of stress, but it was a really good night. And yeah, that's it.
Any shoutouts?
Yeah, I just shout out to Gamers World for hosting it. Shout out to everyone in Gamers World. All my friends that helped actually to assemble this deck. A few of them are floating around here at the moment, so thank you guys. Just shout out to Gamers World for hosting. You're always fantastic. So, yep.
Grant. Well, thanks, Noel. Anyway, we hope to see you again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep on winning. Right.
Yeah, we'll try.
Nah, you will.